Hi there, everyone. I'm the nature guy at Camp Asable. Now, several of you have asked the same question. Last fall, my wife and I visited Costa Rica, and I've shared several videos from there, and including mammals and invertebrates and things that we found there. And the question I get asked is, why not any nature nuggets about birds of Costa Rica? Aren't there birds in Costa Rica? Well, of course, the viewers are right. There are a lot of birds in Costa Rica, and maybe my answer is that, well, I've saved the best, the birds, to the last. So I promise that there will be several more episodes about birds. Today I want to talk about wood rails. Now, we have rails in Michigan. These are small, thin, shy, chicken-like birds that love to hide out in our grassy marshes. Well, wood rails are similar, except they prefer, as their name implies, to live in wooded areas along streams, ponds, and lakes. Now, in Costa Rica, there are two types that we got to see. This is the russet-naped wood rail, and this is the gray-cowled wood rail. Did you notice the difference? Let's look again. Russet-naped and gray-cowled. There is a subtle difference in the amount and arrangement of gray and russet on the head and neck, but it's not really striking. So you might ask, if there's such a slight difference between these two, why are they considered separate species? Well, it's a good question. To answer this good question requires a bit of a geography lesson. You see, these two species of wood rail exist in different regions of Costa Rica. When we first arrived in Costa Rica, we traveled up over the mountains into the jungles of the Caribbean slope. Here's where we saw the russet-naped wood rails. Like all rails, they're rather secretive, active mostly in the early morning and late at night, or even active at night sometimes. They nest on the ground and hide out and prefer not to be seen. So we obviously had good luck to be able to take these photos. Later, we traveled up over the mountains and down onto the Pacific coast jungles, which is where we found the gray-cowled wood rail. You see, the mountains of central Costa Rica highlands separate these two different species. Ecologists call it geographic isolation. So if you know where you are in Costa Rica, you know which wood rail you're watching. It's interesting. The Bible talks about in the end time how God will separate his people and take us to heaven, and the remainder will sadly be left behind. This will be the ultimate geographic isolation. And I want to be there with you when we get separated from earth and taken to heaven, don't you? Let's be ready. That's it for this week. More birds from Costa Rica next time. Bye now.